Laura? Yes. Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. And then we have meeting minutes for October 14th, as well as the 28th. I did not receive them until today, so I haven't had a chance to look at them. Have you guys had a chance to look them over?
I'm just done today.
So we'll table those for the next meeting. Financials, has everyone had a chance to look at the October register?
Yes.
Questions, concerns, discussion?
No.
I move that we accept the October 2024 financials as written.
So moved.
Yes.
Laura? Yes. Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. All right. Communications. Does the fiscal office have any communications?
No. No.
I saw the communication about the meeting for the circle. They gave us like 3 days notice. I didn't
Yes.
get to see it.
I had that.
Yeah, that was awfully short notice.
Yeah, maybe it was much notice. But I mean, that didn't rain at all. It wasn't much at all, was it?
Ed, you said you had the opportunity to go. Can you fill us in?
I did go. Chief Dean went with me. This was a meeting, a preliminary meeting for the roundabout. It's going to be put in at 225 and 224 at the skating rink. Very, very preliminary project. There was nothing actually happened at the meeting. They were looking for concerns from EMS community in Deerfield and Atwater, how they can navigate so that we don't hold any ambulances up or anything when they do start the project. In 2026, they are going to move to acquire the property that they have to make this project go. That's going to be a lengthy thing right there. They would love to work where the old Superfund site is and make the project so much simpler. However, if they touch 1 inch of dirt in that in perpetuality, they have to be responsible for it. So ODOT will not do that. So everything will be shifted west where the bus garage is. Will get an impact. The BFI in the other corner. Walt at the skating rink will be impacted some, but he's not upset about it because they're going to make it right with him. He may lose his sign in the front, but he's going to put an electronic one up anyway. He wants to put parking along 225 on the west side, so that actually won't hurt him right there. Again, very, very preliminary. There's no decisions been made whatsoever. How big it is, anything like that. One of my big concerns was truck traffic routing. Trucks get off of Route 62 in Alliance and they head north. They're going to Route 76, they're going to the turnpike. They have to maintain some way for the trucks when they get out here to go somewhere. We all know that they're going to put all kinds of signs up and 7 out of 10 trucks are going to drive right by it. They're going to come out to the skating rink, they're going to say, wow, it's closed, now where are we going to go? There's nowhere between here and there for a truck to go. It's all side roads and everything, so they're going to look into that pretty seriously about keeping the westbound or the eastbound 224 open so the trucks can go to the circle or down to Atwater and continue on north. That was my major concern. They asked Scott and the Atwater Fire Chief their concerns for the EMS.
That would be quite a detour.
Not really. They'd have to go from the skating rink to the circle and up to Edinburgh, or they'd have to go from the skating rink to Atwater to Edinburgh. I mean, it's a couple miles. Not really a big deal.
Go up 183.
Right. They should go out 183 from Alliance.
They really should.
6 or 7 out of 10 trucks are going to drive right by that sign that says closed. And then they're going to get out there and they're going to say, wow, I didn't know the road was closed.
It said in the email that they're going to have down the road a public meeting that the residents can go to, but they haven't decided on a date
They
for
said
that.
not even close to anything like that yet, because there are really no decisions made other than the fact that the project is going to happen. They said there is no measurements taken yet. They have to buy the property, they have to get the property surveyed, so that they have to get all the EPA requirements taken care of. So they said we're a long way from a public meeting to explain anything. Yeah. So it'd be they're not anywhere close to a public meeting yet, that's what they said. But 40-minute meeting, something like that, very Several engineers were there from several different groups. Some people from MoDOT were there, and that was just about it.
Okay, thank you for the update. Any other communications?
Yeah, I got an email from OTARMA. They are offering sexual harassment and bullying training for free on site at no cost to the township. And it says, to assist you with this training, I can offer our services. This is from Kim Reynolds from KLA Risk Consulting, and they do this training for OTARMA, our insurance company. We have a 1-hour class suitable for all staff. It is on site, no charge. How many staff do you need to train? When do you want the training completed? We have time in December and January coming up, and can work with you to find a date that suits your needs. They come on site. So and then this would be for the road and all township employees. So, and it's free, and they bring it here. Yep. So I have her phone number and everything and her email, so if there's a date that works good for everybody, it's a 1-hour training and they come here. And they cover both.
In person is good, the only trouble is getting everybody coordinated to be there. Do you know if they're willing to do more than one class? Because it's gonna be hard to get everybody to commit to one day. Maybe if we had 2 options.
Yeah, right now it just says, we offer our services through OTARMA at no cost to your township, as on-site training is one of the many value-added services to OTARMA member. So that's nice that they offer that, don't
Yeah.
cost us anything. We have a 1-hour class suitable for all staff. You know, we could ask her if they can come back, but, you know, I would try to shoot for a date so we can get this lined up.
Maybe a date in December and January with the holidays and such.
I'll ask her if they'd be willing to come out twice.
At least one of those twice should be in the evening,
Okay.
if they would.
So that's good. They handle it, and that's a nice benefit since we use them for insurance, so.
Okay, any other communications?
I have one, I'll bring it up when we get to the cemetery. Let's do it that way.
Do we have anyone signed up for public commentary today?
No.
No.
Okay. Moving on to the road department and maintenance.
All right.
Well, we've been advertising for applicants for the road department, and so far I think we're up to 18 applicants.
18 applicants.
And I think all but 3 came from Indeed, so the Indeed was the winner for advertising there. You want to get into that now, or you've got other things you want to talk about?
No, I was just listening to you when I was reading Tim's report.
So we divvied all the applications up and have started just making basic screening calls. Is part-time okay? Just very basic. What kind of hours are you looking for? I don't know if you guys are ready to maybe commit to a day to start asking people to come in for interviews.
I'm okay with whenever you guys want to do it. I haven't made my calls yet, but I will get it done tomorrow.
Well,
So,
I set one in the middle of you guys.
yeah,
Did you see
I
that?
took,
You guys see that? Okay.
I took that for my group that now
Yeah.
we've each got 6 that we'll go through. I showed them that we got one more in today by the deadline, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the Indeed ad, I put it on pause. So it's not erased, it's just deactivated, suspended for now, because we used the 11th as the cutoff date. Not this Saturday because it's the banquet, but I was thinking maybe next Saturday at 9 o'clock we could schedule some of the interviews that we've starred. Maybe set a date to have them come in and
The
those.
craft show's here next Saturday.
What time does it start?
8 o'clock in
8
the
o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
those crafters come out early.
Yeah, they do.
They're not
8 to
messing-
5.
8 to 5. Which really doesn't mean we couldn't interview people, because we wouldn't be using the
No,
hall. We would just
you're-
have to start a meeting and go into session to do that.
Yeah,
I don't know, what do you think, Ed?
I don't think it would make a difference.
I'm good with whatever. We can do it in our office unless we don't have too many of them here at one time.
Well, you would scatter, you
And
know.
we could set some
scatter.
chairs up in the hallway or in the lobby for a little waiting area. Because we would have to schedule a special meeting to do that.
Mhm.
And that gives us time to advertise. And it's not Thanksgiving weekend, so.
What's the date again?
23rd.
Yeah.
And then in between, we can look at crafts. All right, do we have a motion?
I make a motion that we schedule Saturday 9 a.m., starting at 9, to interview those applicants that we've started on the 23rd.
And to have a special meeting to do so?
Yes.
So moved.
Second. Or did you second?
Second.
She
Yes.
seconded it. Here, yes.
She just said so moved.
Yep.
Okay, Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany.
Yes. How do you guys want to coordinate that? Because we want to give everybody a separate time.
Every 15 minutes. That's enough, isn't it?
I think it was
15,
For the
20
preliminary
minutes.
one, that's
Yeah.
more than enough.
Right.
9:15,
9:30, 9:45.
Yeah.
Okay.
See how many we end up with. Because you had some already weren't interested, correct?
Well, some of them just really weren't appropriate. Like they're looking for full-time, they had time limitations that didn't work.
I
So.
anticipate all gets
I have
involved in
like
that
3
too.
myself.
So do we want to assign them a specific time, or do you want to just have a few hours that they're here and they could show up in that time to do the interview?
I think that'd probably be better, wouldn't
That'd
it?
be good. That'd be fine. Just, it's not like we're gonna interview for 45 minutes.
Right,
Yeah.
so to say we will be here from 9 to 11, 9 to noon,
Yeah.
and they can come in that time and interview.
That's how other places do it.
Yep, I'm good with
How
that.
about 9 to noon?
That sounds good.
And we'll hopefully be done sooner. Okay. So, who wants to hang up advertisements at the town hall, the post office?
I can do that.
Okay? I've learned how to put it in the paper. So I'll put it in the paper. Can you have Tim put it on the board?
Yes, I can
And
do
I
that.
have my last notice of special meeting saved on my computer, and I can just edit it and print it out.
I will advertise that here very soon.
Very shortly, we will not have to advertise it in the newspaper anymore.
Laura, you're putting it on the front door again?
Yeah, I'm just gonna print it out. I saved it from the last one. I just have to edit it, tweak it, and print it.
Perfect.
Yep.
Laura's got that.
I'll put it in the paper, Laura, post office, and
And on the
here.
side.
Post office and town hall.
And Timmy's not here, so Ed will talk to him about.
Yep.
Okay, very good. I'll let you continue with the road department.
A little over a year ago, we got a grant to replace all our signs in the township with high visibility. That job is continuing. They got all the signs up on Johnson Road now. The grant covered all new posts, all new signs. We bought a post pounder and put the posts in. There's like 600-700 signs we have to put up. We're more than halfway through it, getting them done. By spring, we should have the rest of them all done. That's going to be required in the future, and we got ahead of it, and we got that grant. So it's no cost to the township other than the labor for the guys putting them up. So they're well underway to get that done. There was an accident down at the township garage. The backhoe damaged one of the doors, one of the overhead doors. So we have 2 ways to go about it. We either need to approve a whole new door, or we need to approve a couple of panels and some work to get it straightened up and all that stuff. A new door is about $3,100. That's all new track. That's everything new to the door. It'll match the doors there, but it's going to be a lot wider than what ours are because it's newer. Or for about $2,000, they'll replace 2 panels. To me, I would like to go with a whole new door. That'll leave us 2 panels for repair panels in case it would happen again. Then we can replace the panel, but I'm good for either way. It's just a whole door for $3,100 or 2 panels for $2,000.
Hopefully no one got hurt.
No, not even close.
My question is, can we make the opening bigger so we can fit in a bigger truck?
It wouldn't matter in this case.
No. Sometimes if it's not bigger, you just drive something through it, and then it is bigger. I'm fine with the new door. Do you need a new door?
H&W Door is the ones that responded and came out and looked at it and measured everything. They're the ones that gave us this price. They've done quite a bit of work for the township in the past, so they...
Was that the only quote we got?
We called 3 other places, and one place was Miller Garage Door. We called 2 or 3, 4 times. They said somebody get right back to you. Nobody ever did get back to us. So obviously they have more
They're
work than
busy.
they can do. We do need to get this done before winter. The door is unusable right now. The backhoe was behind that door. We had to move a bunch of stuff out of the other bays to get the backhoe wiggled out so that we could use the backhoe. So I'd like to make a motion that we approve H&W Door to replace, overhead door to replace the damaged door to Township Garage.
I'll second.
Yes.
Lauren?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Susie?
Yes.
Okay, cemetery, there's two funerals scheduled this week so far, and a lot of leaf work. They're grinding the heck out of the leaves. They've had decent weather to do it. The circle looks pretty good. They got most of those leaves done. There'll be one more time up there. While we're on cemetery, that was one of the communications I got. Our SIMS program, which is our online program, our mapping program for the cemeteries. We're way behind getting stuff entered into the computer for several reasons, but the main problem we have right now is the program we have is about 7 years old. They no longer do any upgrades to this. He said the program we have could last for another year. It might not work next week, and there's nothing they can do to help us. They want to upgrade to the new current program. We haven't been involved in maintenance or anything for 7 or 8 years, the guy said. When we first got it, we paid an annual maintenance fee. For whatever reason, we don't do that anymore. A one-time charge to get us from the old system into the new system normally would be $1,250. They would do it for $500 for us since we are an existing customer. Annual maintenance hosting fee, there'd be an annual charge of $1,600 a year after that. That's unlimited. That's unlimited technical support, 3 hours of map changes per year. Unused map change hours do not carry over. Fee is mandatory each year, so you should include it in your annual cemetery budget. It's something we don't have to do it tonight. I just got this. I'll get you guys a copy of this. You can look it over and see what you think. I'm not asking to do it. I just want you to know that we've been looking into it, and the guy did call back and he said we're so far outdated in our program that we need to do something.
So we're outdated in our program or the data entry, or both?
Both. Both.
No, not the data entry, it's just basically,
Yeah.
not 7 years behind.
No, not in that
So
part.
we're gonna have to order pizza
No.
and sit down?
No, not in that. We're
No,
behind, but
nothing like that.
not because of this, but when I called him to ask if they could give us any help us get caught up to where we need to be, and he said, give me a while, and he called me back, and then he sent an email to this and said, here's what I found out when I pulled you guys' records up. So, and I'll make you guys a copy and give it to you. I'm not asking you to do anything, I just want you to know that we have to look at that. There are other programs available, but we've been with the SIMS program for quite a while now. We spent quite a bit of money when we did buy it. This is an upgrade to a cloud deal. So I'll let you guys read this, and you can contact them for more information if you need to and want to. We'll talk about it next meeting. How's that?
Sure. Did you guys have a chance to look at it?
No.
No.
Got any in?
I'll get everybody a copy.
Technology is always changing.
Okay, there was a question about a trash can at Mawtown Cemetery, not one being down there. One has been placed down there. However, it was taken for a reason. Someone at Mawtown Cemetery fills it clear up with dirt and everything, and the guys can't even lift it. We have to drive it back and clear down there to get it. Dirt stuff shouldn't go in the trash can. The last time it was empty, we had to take the backhoe down there and pick it up so we could dump the darn thing, and we didn't put it back for that reason. So whoever's doing that needs to not fill it up with dirt.
just be for trash, like.
It's for
someone's picking
trash.
up their
It's for
decorations.
trash and stuff. It was so full, nobody could let it. We had to drive backhoe clear down to get it, to empty a trash can.
Since it's been placed again, or?
No. That's why it was not put back after it was dumped the last time. So it is back there. If anybody knows anybody doing that, please ask them not to.
Do we have any extra trail cams?
Any what?
The extra trail cams?
Yeah, that's not that big a deal. That's
Might
just
just
something.
be a deterrent.
I have a good idea who it is, and I think if we just mention it, they won't do it anyway. I don't think they're doing it maliciously. They just don't think about it.
Don't put dirt in the trash can.
They're edging their graves and stuff and throwing their flowers, and they dump all the pots and everything in there. They're not doing it maliciously.
Oh,
They're not doing it
They're
maliciously.
doing it to clean up the cemetery.
Right, but
Okay, well,
it's still,
thank you.
but it's still dirt.
Right, heavy.
It's not a malicious thing, so I don't want to make a big deal out of it. We'll mention it to a couple of people that do take care of the graves, and I'm sure it won't happen again.
Okay.
2 burials, I said this week. Buildings and grounds. We had 2 totally bald tires on our mower trailer. An emergency measure, we had 2 tires replaced at Springers. Cords were coming out off and everything, and we're in the middle of leaf and everything. So I did do that. They were about $120 a piece of the tires at Springer. So I'd like to make a motion that we pay Springer for the 2 tires they put on the cemetery trailer.
I'll second that.
How much was it?
They're about $120 a piece.
Yes.
Reasonable.
Laura,
Yes.
Tiffany, or Ed?
Yes,
Tiffany?
Yes.
they use that for the mowers, for the cemeteries, for the circle, for the fire department. I mean, that trailer's out on the road every day, and they were bald. We had to do it, so. Weed and feed, fall, winter weed and feed, everything we're going to do, we've done around the building here, down there, over at the park over there, the circle, the quadrants up there, that's all done. Most of what's been going on in the buildings and grounds for the last several weeks is just mowing, chewing up the leaves, blowing them around. Big project that we did get done, roof on the salt shed has been replaced. That's been quite a project, getting it bid, getting the insurance to pay for it, and it is 100% done right now. Looks good. Insurance companies paid us a big portion of this already. I think they're going to pay us another $7,300 or something in that line once I call them and tell them that the roof has been installed and completed. They keep a percentage of what it is until the job's done. So are you guys okay if I call them and tell them the job's done?
Yeah.
They paid 100% for it, the insurance company did. Normally, they wouldn't pay for the rest of our supports and everything. They just put a new tarp on it. However, our supports were,
Amber alert.
however, our supports were rusty and unsafe, so the insurance company said we will go ahead and replace all that. It was there's a $500 deductible, I think, involved in it, so that will be our expense to the township, $500. I don't really have anything else in buildings and grounds. What's that?
Fire station to bleed with a cistern.
Yeah, we went past fire department. They want 8 or 10 gallons of bleach to put in a system. You guys okay if I buy it and get reimbursed for it?
Please.
Okay, I'll get that, and you guys can dump it in then. So I'll get it. What do you
Yeah, we
think?
can talk a little bit more about that. when we
10
get
gallon,
there.
10 gallon gonna be enough? Sure, that's a lot.
Instead of the treated right away, you need
13, okay?
30.
30 gallon?
Does it come in 5-gallon buckets?
Well, we talked about even shocking it with like.
Yeah.
We might be able to shock with a pull shock instead of buying gallons of bleach.
It might be better. Yeah, we can talk about
So
that.
whatever, yeah, okay, we're good there then. I don't have anything else in buildings and grounds.
I have one thing, and I'm trying to remember the date. We had a health fair here at the town hall, and I wanted to thank UH and the health department. It was really lovely. They came out and did screenings for glucose, cholesterol, BMI, blood pressures. The health department had Narcan they were handing out. They had gun locks. What? That was a big reaction. I was very distracted. They had gun locks. They did vaccines, pneumonia vaccines, flu vaccines, COVID vaccines for whoever wanted it. And they really had a nice setup. I was gonna ask Kay to talk about it because she was there, but apparently she had to leave. So we had a decent turnout. I'm hoping if it's something that we do every year, we get more turnout. It was just a really nice program, and they did a lot of nice screenings and services for people. So I just wanted to thank UH and the health department for doing that, and I'm hoping to start doing that every year and get more word out so we can serve more of the community. I don't know, was anyone here there?
I wasn't.
I was.
You got your flu shot? All right. That's all I have for buildings and grounds.
I have nothing additional.
Okay. So we can move on to the fire department.
In the month of October, we had 37 calls, 18 medical, 9 fire-related calls, 4 service calls, 6 motor vehicle accidents, and to date, we are at 330 calls. And the next thing I have, we have an application for an EMT. His name is Cody. He's currently an EMT. He's in paramedic school. So he's already certified. And Cody is here with us today, so
Hi, Cody.
Hi, Cody.
I'm
Yeah,
explaining to him.
come on up and give us a little information about
You can
yourself.
handle running into a fire, you can,
Oh, not a fire, sorry. It's me.
EMT.
He's
My
EMT.
mistake, yeah.
Hopefully it'll be fire. I'm Cody, I'm from Akron, Ohio, about 30 minutes, or 23 minutes on traffic. I worked at Akron Children's for 2 years, I've been in EMT for 2 years, so I've experienced a lot of kids. I've worked in the neurology department, emergency department, and psych, some bubblers, some a lot of different aspects of the medical field. It was my passion to join the EMS because I'm in school for that, and I want to put my skills to use, so hospital-based medicine. My goal at the moment is to Deerfield hired me on. I'm actually put my skills to use, and I would like to help the community, if it's not Akron, it's still my step out, but I'm learning everything.
So what brings you to Deerfield? How'd you hear about the job?
I'm actually in school with the lieutenant of EMS, Kaylee.
Oh, okay.
She's Deerfield Fire.
We know Kaylee.
Yeah. so,
Okay.
She's actually in my class, so.
Oh,
Where are
okay.
you taking your class right now?
Team Lieutenant Captain.
Okay.
So we're expected to graduate in June.
Okay.
Do you have any ambulance experience?
I worked for Physicians Ambulance while at Akron Children's in the beginning. So
Okay.
I like how to drive an ambulance, how to
Okay.
recommend a patient, have a doctor or nurse present. So paramedic.
You plan on going to school more?
I do. When I graduate, I'm either looking at it starting in January or depending on my funds, starting after the fire too, and then going from there.
Great.
So, but I like to stick with emergency medicine.
Do you have an idea about how much time you would be able to give us?
About 2 days a week at the
Oh, wow.
moment.
Okay.
I work on the weekends with community care. I just started their orientation today as well. Just for more ambulance experience and use my skills. And I would have clinics Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And it's the same day as my class. So the morning would be my clinics and nighttime would be class. So it'd be
Sounds great.
full work. I was good.
Good. Good deal.
And since Chief Dean brought you here, I'm guessing he's supporting this. Yes.
Met with him, interviewed him. We're recommending.
Well, I will move that we hire Cody and we hire everyone on a 1-year probationary period.
So moved.
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks a
Look
lot.
forward to seeing you.
We're going to schedule through the
Well, whatever his-
physical part and the background check.
Okay. Before you leave, I need to give you paperwork.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like I was telling them, we'll get them to set through background check and medical check. So it'll be right.
All the stuff you gotta do for all those jobs, yeah.
I think they're doing it.
I'm sure. Yep. Okay, do you guys want to talk about the cistern and kind of, last meeting we had was a work session for the fire department, and we had a lot of conversation about the water quality in the cistern, and it's like the next day, everyone kind of started having some of the same ideas. I talked to Derek, I know you guys had talked about the cistern, and my question was, if we can fill the fire truck with other sources, why can't we just treat the water that we have? And it sounds like that's a winner, yes?
Yes or no?
Yes and no, will tell
Right.
us.
It's a Band-Aid.
It's a Band-Aid.
Right now, we're trying to patch a waterfall, we'll call it. You know, we want to shop the water that's there, just buy some time to possibly clean it out and see what condition that cistern's in.
So that was my understanding. We were going to empty it, clean it, and like actually truck water in.
And get some measurements to see how much it would hold.
Yeah, all those are things, but we want to use the bleach right now because we can't really wash our hands right now. So the bleach is the first Band-Aid, and we're going to talk about pumping all the water out of it,
Okay.
cleaning it, and then seeing if it's feasible to buy water to put in there.
Proper ground, we're gonna fire out, and came back, 3 people will fill the area.
All right, can I add something to that? While we're on the subject of water, we are working on a project there, a septic system, addition on the back, and along with that, we have to drill a well. Chief brought it up to me, why can we drill the well ahead of the septic system and that kind of stuff? I called health departments. I think we can get the well drilled, and we can get new well water run into the front building back there, and then they can run it into the new addition when we get it in the back. I did call 3 well companies. Davidson out of Alliance has got back to me already with the well. The well would be about 250 foot deep. The cistern, the Circle Restaurant is on a well about that deep. They have pretty decent water. Family Dollar is beyond that same thing. They've got pretty good water. Davidson's out of Alliance, a long time well driller. His price to do that is $20,500. A lot of money, but we're going to do it. We don't have the well, so we have to do it either when we put the new addition on in there, or maybe we can get this done now, and that would alleviate a lot of our problems at the front building quickly by having the well. It's something that's going to have to get done anyway. I think we can get it worked out with the EPA and the health department. Since we do, they won't let us run it into the back building because there's nowhere for the water to go from there. But I think they'll let us put it in the front building because we do have a septic cistern up there. So it would be a matter of tying into it whenever we do put the addition on and run it in the back building also. Not 100% yet, but I'm pretty sure we can get it worked out. So something to think about. I'm supposed to have 2 more estimates come in for the wells. One from Geauga County. I called Harper Pump the Well up in Manaway, and that's who they highly recommended that they do all their drilling for them. And I can't think of the other one. I called from down around Salem somewhere, and they have all talked to me. They will all give us something in an email form with an approximate cost of this. I'll have it before the next meeting. So is that something you guys want me to continue to work forward, look into that?
If they can do it before the septic. So we're holding off on getting water estimates for the cistern.
Not really. I mean,
No,
that's something we need to go in. We need to go and do that. If Davidson would do this, he can't even do it till the middle of January.
Right.
He's got 20 wells right now to drill before he can even consider this. So, and I'm assuming that anybody else is going to be about the same situation. So
They're almost
it's
done.
something we got to do then, or if we can, we could do it now. And it's going to get hooked into both buildings when we do drill it. This way it would already be hooked into the one.
And that's not going to affect any of the plans if they need to be altered or changed?
That is where I will have to get with the engineers to
Right.
plan the system. I have verbally talked to them. They don't see an issue with it because the well has to be 150 foot away from the septic system and all that, so they have their location located there. As long as they can verify that information, I think we can get the health department to agree to it. They already know where the septic system has to be. They already know where the well's supposed to be. So we don't think there's going to be an issue by doing the well ahead of time.
That would be my only concern.
Well,
If
if they
that's-
won't approve it, we can't do it regardless.
Right?
And they're gonna tell you the way, so.
Right. So, something you guys want me to continue to pursue until the next meeting?
I don't see why not.
Because they can't do it right away anyhow.
No, like I
So,
said,
yeah.
if we tell Davidson tonight he can do it, he said after January
Right.
8th or 10th, somewhere it'd have to happen before you can get to it, he said,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's fine with me.
But I'd like to have 3 prices, and as everyone knows, well drilling is subject to change. They might get down there and not have good water, 250 foot, they might have to go to 300 foot. And
It's like
there's
septic.
there's additional charges for all that kind of stuff, which he does have, you know, if this happens, it's this, if that happens, this is all listed in here, as the other ones will do also. So, you guys all right if I continue looking at that?
Yes.
I see no reason why we can't.
And then whenever you're ready for actual clean water for the cistern.
Let me know if you're coming up with scrub.
No, I've got a guy that
Breaking up
wants
your
to maybe
idea.
even donate some water for the cistern, but they need to know how many gallons.
Oh,
I've heard it from 10 to 30,000, so we don't know. So I guess you have to take the measurements and then you figure out how many
We were
gallons.
trying on the trustees to put gallons in.
With pitchers, with 1 gallon
Just
pitchers.
siphon them
Yeah.
1 gallon at a time.
That's what I was told was gonna happen.
Can't believe everything here.
Like I said, I do have a 3-inch trash pump if you guys need it. I don't have any hose anymore. It had damage over the years. Trash pump works good, so if you need it, it's there. You just,
I think I remember standing that.
I can give you the 3 inch.
you can get hose. I mean, I know my pump works good. It's just I don't have the hose anymore. I've got one section of hose that you just hook onto it and then hook the rest of the hose on. That's all I've got anymore.
We have one station in the truck.
Okay, okay.
We'll bring our toothbrushes.
Maybe you ought to pick an old one, because I don't think you're gonna use it after we get done here.
I think you're right. And then there's, did you want to talk about the community involvement? There's something on the bottom of your paper here.
I thought you already brought that up. Roundabout.
Oh, okay. I thought that, because at the last meeting, we did discuss maybe starting a committee for some community outreach.
Yeah, we are working on that. We are putting a team together for our community outreach program. And then we'll have more information at the next meeting
Next meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
on who the actual numbers are and where we're going to go forward.
Okay. Anything else from the fire department?
We've spoken about text message allegations that were, we got more information, we only have the pictures now, Todd and I, and we're waiting on one of the parties to get back with us to see what we need to do. She hasn't been to work since that, our last meeting here, so we're waiting until she comes to work to speak with her at the fire station.
So, just to get a little clarity, are we moving forward with an investigation? Is that what the fire department would like to do?
We haven't spoken with Bobby really, I mean, he
Okay.
hasn't been back to work since our last meeting, or he's gonna work at open shifts throughout those 2 weeks, and hasn't picked up any of those shifts, so. We haven't been able to speak with her. Yeah.
When you mean which way you're going to go, does that mean whether
She
you,
wants to push the issue more than, I mean, we already know that the text message was sent, it violates our rules and regulations as the fire department, you know, where we take it next. You know, if she wants to push the issue further, we're just gonna let the past be the past. You know, we have to find out what she wants to do, we haven't had a chance to speak with her yet.
I mean, at the last meeting, she was pretty vocal about not wanting to, but I would certainly give her the opportunity if she wants to reconsider that.
That's why we were waiting to speak with her and see what she has to say, and see what we can move forward with it.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I did make a few phone calls because I've given a lot of thought about the investigation and how we move forward, and trying to find someone who's very cost effective and also completely impartial. And I made a few phone calls to some other chiefs in the township, and a name came up twice of someone that they thought might be a great person to do that for us. I spoke with him. His name is Robert Keller, and he has been a retired fire chief since 2015 with the Deerfield Fire Department. He's worked as a township executive. He's been on the school board for 15 years, and he's been retired for a while now. Ran the Fire Prevention Bureau in Kent, has a degree from Kent State. Operations director with the hazmat team. So seemed like someone who was very qualified. Mr. Keller, are you here?
I am.
Hi, Mr. Keller, thank you for coming. So I've never met him before, this is the first time I've ever met you. So when I spoke with Mr. Keller and I asked him a little bit about what he knew about our department, and his answer was kind of, well, I've been living in Arizona for years and we've just recently moved back to Kent, he doesn't really know anyone. So I don't know if we want to discuss this in executive session, or if you guys want to think about that for a little bit, but Mr. Keller had asked if he were to do it to be reimbursed for his costs and his gas money, but that was, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yes.
And he seemed very qualified to do it, experienced with organizations and fire departments, and he would be willing to do that for us. So any discussion or thoughts on that?
You were Mr. Keller?
Yes.
Okay, nice to meet you. Wasn't sure who you were when you
I was
walked in.
wondering, because you weren't
I saw you and I'm like,
face,
oh,
but-
strange face. Who's that?
I caught him coming in the hallway.
He
and asked
did.
him who-
I have a little trouble.
Oh,
here.
sure.
That's okay.
Yeah, we spoke on the phone,
Okay.
and I have no knowledge of what the complaint is, so I don't really know what's involved in investigating it. So until I know more, I wouldn't know how much time. But frankly, I'm thinking $100 to $300 tops. You know, but I don't, you know.
Our last one was 20 grand, so anything is a deal.
Well, you
Yeah,
know, 15 grand, no.
He's careful, he'll up his price now.
No, the way I understood it was you might need a little bit of help, and I told Tiffany I would help you out, and, you know, with whatever needs to be done with it. So I am a retired fire chief. I was in the fire service for 43 years. I did start off as a volunteer, then I was part-time paid, and then a career firefighter. And then, as you mentioned, I have a few years as township executive. So I'm pretty familiar with all the process that the board has to go through with whatever is involved.
He was quoting me sunshine laws, so he's definitely in the
Well,
know about that. No,
The school
no, I
board-
get it, no, I
No,
get
the
it.
school board is where I
Right.
really became very familiar with that, so.
And it sounds like we may or may not be needing to have an investigation, so I don't know if we need to make a decision today, but.
And you were with which township fire department were you the chief at?
Brentford.
At Brimfield?
Yes.
Okay.
How long has that been?
I was appointed in 2003, and I retired from being chief in 2015.
So you were there a long time.
But
Yeah.
you said you only recently came back in the area, or you're living out of state or something? Did I hear that?
Well, we have a daughter that lives in Arizona, so.
Okay.
So we moved to Arizona for a few years, and then COVID hit, and then everything went sideways.
Sure.
And our daughter that lived in Kent needed some help with kids with school, distance learning. So we eventually moved back to help her out, and so we live in Kent now.
Can I ask where the recommendations came from? You said his name came up a couple of times, so where did it come? Who?
Not for me.
So I spoke with a couple of the other chiefs, Suffield, Brimfield, and they both put out your name, so.
Somebody, you had very accurate information on what you.
No, that's fine, I was just curious.
Yeah.
Just kind of like when we did the advertisement for chief, I made a few phone calls and asked for an expert to give us some guidance, and we had Pat Gaffney come in, and it seemed like that went really well. He was very professional, so.
He's a great guy.
Everyone seemed happy with his input, so.
Mhm.
I guess we can make a decision today, we can table it, it's just an option, and he was so gracious to volunteer to come up today, so you can meet him.
If you had any questions, I'd be here to, you can at least put a name with a face, and if you had any specific questions about background, or, I don't know the chief, if you're the chief, I think. I don't know any of the firefighters that I'm aware of, so I think would be, be neutral on whatever the issue is.
Well, we don't know that we're going to need an investigation. I have no problem with this gentleman getting involved, sound very qualified. Could we make a motion to let him start the investigation if they get a hold of Bobby Williams, and she does want an investigation to start? That way we don't have to wait until the next meeting.
I mean, I can even handle that part for you.
If you'd like to reach out to
I
him.
can reach out, and you obviously need some contact information, but reach out, see what the complaint is, whatever there is in place right now, and just. But
We could update him on all of the things that we've discussed in the meetings so far, that's all public, and to give him contact information and.
Personally, I think an investigation needs done. I've never wavered from that, so if you guys wanted to make a motion that we ask this gentleman to conduct the investigation, if and when it becomes the case that we do want an investigation, I would be all about that.
Okay. Is that a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll
I will,
second.
and I will say yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes?
Tiffany?
Yes.
Now, with that being said, do we need to go into executive session for 5 or 10 minutes just to explain a little bit of what's happened so that he's not starting out totally blind, and make sure our expectations are the same, what we're expecting, what we're looking for, and what you're willing to do or think you need to do are on the same page. I don't want you going this direction when we want you to go this.
Absolutely.
Or if we want to go that way and you're telling us no, then here's what you need to do. I'm all about doing things the right way.
So I will move that we enter executive session for ORC 121-22 for the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee.
And I will second that.
And I will vote yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. All right, come back and join
And you
us.
can invite in whoever you want.
Well, I think just the three of us and Mr. Keller for now, and then we can discuss
I mean,
that.
my folder here.
How about our chief?
Well, because he's involved in the complaint, why don't we hold off on that for a moment? Well, let's wait, let's just the three of us discuss, and then we'll see if it's appropriate.
How about one of the other officers, just so we have an officer from the department there that's involved too?
I didn't know if you wanted the chief or if that, whoever you
Why
want.
don't just the four of us talk, and then we'll discuss it and see if it's appropriate that we come back and get whoever. I'm okay, that way we can make sure we're doing it right.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Cody, you can come sit back with us, and I'll just sit there by yourself.
Nice to meet you.
How many am I? Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to see you guys again.
You can come up here.
You sure? I feel
I'll be your driver from here on out.
No, yeah, that's what I like to hear. I hate driving. If you drive, scary. Yeah?
executive session and move back into regular session.
I second.
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. All right. So in the executive session, we updated Mr. Keller about the situation. He's agreed to help us if we move forward, and he will be in contact with the people that need to be contacted. Nothing else for the fire department? Okay. Anything else from the rest of the fire department today? Okay. Any old business that we haven't covered? New business?
Yes. Perfect conversation with our attorney Brett. I am hiring an assistant fiscal officer to just be doing the minutes from here on out.
Okay.
So, our normal pay is $16 an hour when they start in, so that's what I'm asking to pay her. Him?
Or him.
Yeah, I said him, or him, so.
Where are you looking for?
I'm going to the universities. I want somebody in communication and writing or political science, where I'm hoping that somebody will come in here and do the minutes right away, and you guys can have a vote.
Can you get an intern?
We're looking into a bunch. So, I've called Youngstown, I've looked at Mount, and I went to Kent. So, I figure that's the way to do it.
After you.
Well, somewhere close where they
Yeah,
can
that's
get here.
right.
Yeah, because they've got to come here or they
Oh,
can,
yeah.
yeah. So, however they want to do it. So, and she will be only assistant fiscal officer for the minutes. Yes. You just have to make a motion for the pay of $16 an hour. To hire her.
16 or 1632?
What do we pay, 16 to begin?
Whatever part-time help.
Yes,
wage
16.
is.
16. Yes, 16 even, right now.
Oh, maybe it is 32. Because there was a raise this year.
So we've discussed just using the recordings as public minutes.
There's no discussion on this. I talked to Brett, and I am an elected official, I'm my own boss, and that's why I'm hiring her in as an assistant fiscal officer just to do the minutes. You just have to agree on the pay.
And we have it listed on our salary that the assistant's fiscal officer is 16.
Is it 16 or 1632?
I
It's
think
1632.
I think it's 1632,
1632.
but that's something you can check.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So what our hiring is, that's what, yes.
And that comes out of our general budget?
Yes.
And she would only, he or she
Only the minutes, yes.
is only typing up the minutes.
Yeah. I can hire 10 assistant fiscal officers, is what he said. You can hire as many as you want, but I'm just asking, well, not even asking, I'm just saying I'm gonna hire one as soon as I can find which one. And I will not know her, so I will ask the professor of whichever school, and then we'll narrow it down.
So they're probably only gonna spend maybe a couple hours
It'd be easy for them, yeah.
to do it.
Okay.
Do they take the minutes? Like,
It depends on what they want to do. If they want to come take it, or they just want to report.
You'll provide the format, of course.
Yes.
Is Nancy leaving us?
No, Nancy just doesn't want to do the minutes either. Nancy's still assistant fiscal officer. This is just for somebody to do the minutes. So we're not 4 behind, 3 behind, 2 behind.
So we're gonna pay 4 people to do the job?
No, you only pay 2 right now.
only what, 2 hours?
Christy's still on there.
Yeah, but Christy doesn't come in that much.
Kristen comes in
Christy only
very little,
comes in
actually.
with the end of the year.
But again,
You know.
still, to answer my question, we're still gonna pay 4 people.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So how long is Christy scheduled to continue to come in and help? Like, is there any?
She just comes in for the end of
Anticipation
the
on
for
when that's
things
gonna
that
end?
Nancy and I neither one know how to do. That's all she
She's
comes
going
in
to
for.
begin to help with the end of the year stuff.
Yes,
Kind of like a consultant.
because
Yeah.
right now, we're in the midst of doing an audit, Nancy and I's doing the audit.
We're
And if
getting
we
stuff ready
need,
for
yes,
the audit.
and if we need to have Kristen, she's always on call, so, yeah.
And plus, you would be doing that, you'd be having the same time doing the minutes, now you're just paying another person to do it the same time that you've been spending. So it's not any.
No, I spend 8 hours pretty much on the minutes back and forth, so,
That's what I'm
It's
saying,
just
so
the way-
instead of paying you the 8 hours to do the minutes, now you're just gonna get this other person the time to do
Yes.
the minutes. It's still the same pay either way.
Your position is hourly, as is Nancy's.
no,
Correct?
I am an elected official.
She's
I'm
salary.
salary.
Okay, so you're getting the flat rate
Yes,
for the fiscal officer.
Yes.
So the hours don't matter, don't make any difference because it's a flat rate.
And really, as far as Christie goes, she works, what, 10, 15 hours a year, maybe?
yeah.
I mean, so we're talking $200.
She might come in once, maybe an hour a month, maybe,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe 3, depending. Right now, we need her to help us with the, like, the end of the year stuff that she always did, that Nancy didn't do. So it's like evening out, trying to
Yeah.
get things where we can do it all, yeah.
So we're still talking about like $200, not thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Nice meeting you.
We just need to ask them to make motions because they're paid.
Yeah, that's what I asked them. I'm just waiting.
Okay. And we have money in the general fund
Mhm.
to cover this?
Yeah.
I would like to look into this more before I made a decision. I've never heard of outsourcing that. And maybe that's something that happens, and I just, this is the first I've heard of it. I'd like to look into that a little bit before I make a decision.
I'll make a motion and we move forward with that request because I have personally talked to the attorney several times and that, and exactly what she said is what the attorney told me also. So
I'd just
that I
like
was
to look
prepared
into
for
it
the
for
meeting.
myself.
And that's fine, but I made the motion to proceed with this based on conversation I personally had with our attorney.
Well, if it's just gonna be a couple hours a week.
It's just gonna be on minutes.
Right.
Yeah, she's.
Maybe not even a week.
meeting, Yeah,
I mean, it's only going to
it's
be,
meetings.
It's
we
not
have
even
meetings.
weekly.
No, it's just a meeting.
Okay.
and you're going to do the special meetings and
Yes.
stuff like that. She'll
Yeah.
still do those.
She's just gonna do the
The
one
minutes
with
are just,
the,
so she's spending 8, 9, 10 hours doing minutes from all this stuff that we go through every time.
Which there's different platforms that we can use, and then that's your decision, but, you know, it wouldn't be the same as spending the same amount of money because it is a salaried position. So I'd like to look into that more before I decide, but you guys can decide what you'd like.
If it's just a couple hours every month to do minutes, and they're done and turned in early, I'll make the motion.
Well, Ed already did.
I made the motion.
And I'm gonna second it, sorry, it was a while back.
But we're making a
Laura?
motion to do what dollar amount?
Whatever the part-time rate is, 1632, we think.
Whatever that rate is.
Actually, the attorney said that fiscal officer has the right to set the rate of pay for that. We don't have to follow. She doesn't have to follow ours. He said she can set the rate of pay for her assistants.
And I just haven't had a chance to look into that, so
Yeah.
I'm not saying
And-
yes or
and that's
no,
fine.
it's just new information for me.
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes,
Tiffany.
I'm gonna abstain from that. All right, any other new business?
No.
Any public commentary signed up today?
are we going to
Yeah,
have,
go ahead.
are we going to have a second?
Are you
meeting?
gonna sign up, Brian?
I just
I'll
haven't
put your
gotten to
name,
that yet.
put your name on
I
there.
won't forget.
I was informed there was a police report made from you, Tiffany, that involves me on the incident that happened here, that I had nothing to do with.
You just walked out before, I was just giving a timeline. I didn't make any accusations of you saying anything.
You're right, when you said I was in the group that menaced.
Just talking through there. No.
I wasn't there.
They asked me for a timeline. I made no accusation that you said anything. It was just a timeline of who was present.
I
Just
was
read
not
the
present.
paper.
You were on the camera when I sent them the camera video of the video.
Well, when
So I I gave them a timeline of who was there and who was walking through the camera.
Read the
Sorry,
thing.
Tom.
Sure.
As the police report says here, it says I was a group of people that you gave the police report to the deputy. The video was reviewed by the township employees, and they said.
What township employees?
Me for one.
And for one, and TJ was the other one, so.
I pulled the
I would
video.
recommend that.
You didn't pull the video, you guys had somebody come in and pull the video.
If you're gonna make a police report, please make it accurate.
I don't know how video can be any more accurate.
Show me that.
Of the video,
Show me where I was there.
you're on the video
Show
walking
me,
out.
I said, show me where I was there.
You were walking out of the
Show
building.
me where I was there.
I don't know how you.
Show me where I was there. You said I was in that group
Do
that
you
I
want
was
a
not
copy
in.
of the video?
I already have it.
Okay.
But I was not there. I left right after the meeting. They carried on out there. I'm not denying the incident happened because I talked to everybody involved. You went to the fire chief and said you should discipline the firefighters that were there.
I
was
didn't say
there.
that.
I got the police report.
Now you're putting words in my mouth.
So
You were not there for that.
The
I let them
statement
know.
states-
I let them know that it happened and I shouldn't be threatened when I walk outside.
You're right. And I never denied any of that.
Right.
You said he was supposed to do something with the fire department members that were there. You listed my name in the police report. That is false.
That you were on the video.
was
I
not.
gave the names of who walked out on the video and who was out
I was
on the
gone
video.
when, I was gone when you walked out of the building.
And it states right here, deputies were dispatched for a return call of menacing complaint that had occurred at the Deerfield Township Hall. I spoke with the PR, Tiffany Havens, a trustee. She stated that there was a disciplinary hearing held at the township building regarding an issue with the fire department. Tiffany stated that as she was leaving the meeting, she walked past a group of firefighters that were outside. Tiffany stated that one of them stated, "You're gonna get yours." Tiffany stated that she did not make eye contact, nor did she say anything to the group. According to Tiffany, the following people were in the group: Brian Kellerhouse, John Gersh, Carl Myers, Kristen Mardelli, and Brian Allison. Tiffany stated that she was unsure who made the comment, but will try to obtain video to see who made.
I was unsure. 'cause
Please
I-
stop talking. I'm not done.
Don't be rude because it's uncalled for.
Stop talking. I
No,
am not done.
I'm not going to be talked
Okay,
to like that. It's
continue on.
extremely
Tiffany
disrespectful.
was advised that there was no specific threat and that the comment was a statement. Tiffany stated that she had previous issues in the past at her residence and wanted the incident documented should anything else occur. On 10/2/24, I was dispatched to conduct a follow-up on station referencing the report. Confidential investigative report. I met with Tiffany Havens on station and took custody of a flash drive with video footage that she was turning in for Deputy, however you say this man's name. The footage was copied to a disk for his review and the flash drive was submitted to evidence. This interaction was not recorded on my body camera worn, no further action taken. So, back to the first paragraph here where it states that Tiffany stated that as she was leaving the meeting, she walked past a group of firefighters that were outside. Well, I'll have you know that we were in a totally different township when you made this accusation.
You're on the video walking outside.
Okay.
Yes.
We're not denying we walked outside. We walked outside before you left.
Correct.
Left here, the group of people were out there.
Correct.
And I was not part of it, and you accused me of being there.
Okay.
Watch the video.
I can-
I'm asking to please only put factual information in the police reports that you're gonna document.
I can't get any more factual than a video and stating who
Okay,
was on the video.
show me the video, because the video that Ed watched and everyone else has watched, I had left the property prior to you leaving the building,
Because it
like you
was,
said.
right, and I gave video for 5 minutes before, for 5 minutes after. So I
So
gave
I
a
was
name
gone.
of, right,
I was gone.
correct.
That's
It
not what it
still
said. It said you
states
walked
that
past-
I
you were
didn't
leaving
accuse
the
you of
building.
anything. I said you were on the video.
No.
You were outside and
No, that's
Police
not what it
report
said.
clearly states that they were in the group outside when you left,
When
You
you
were on
left,
the-
you
you were-
said I was in the group.
and they were not in the group.
Okay, what would you like me to do, Brian? What is it that you...
Wait with the false
Fix the
accusations.
police report.
Retract.
retract your police report, call and have it fixed, and give me a copy. That's what I want.
I can call them and clarify, but
Okay.
all I was stating was
By the
who,
next, I expect
gave
by the next
names.
meeting, I expect it by the next meeting. That you performance improvement plan from us. You have to perform better as a trustee. And
I
make
made
sure
no
you have-
accusations against you. I gave
You
names
did.
of who
It's right
left
here.
the video.
It's right here, and you asked for the firefighters to be disciplined, is what the chief said, that were involved.
I have it in writing. I texted him.
I don't care.
Well, I don't care what you say if you don't care what I
You
say.
never do,
this
that's
fixed.
the problem.
I want this fixed. I want the problem fixed.
I
I
can
want the problem
clarify
fixed.
that you were in the video before the incident happened. That's what, I sent them the video.
Okay, so when the incident happened.
Did I
are
ever
you-
say that you said anything or made a threat against me?
No.
No, I didn't.
Not-
So I don't understand what
I don't want it in
you're,
here. I don't want my name in here.
You-
I don't want Kristen's name in there.
you're going to be because you're on the video and I named everyone
Show me
on the
that.
video.
Show me.
Okay, well,
Show me the
I,
video.
That's
Show me where I was here when the incident happened.
Correct, and
I
that's what
have
she
the
doesn't
disc. It's
understand.
public record. You can see it.
Show me where it happened.
But Tiffany, the police report says that you said you walked past this group of people and you included
And
their
it's
name
naming those
when
two
they were already
individuals in
gone
that
from
group.
that group,
Which
they
would-
weren't there,
Which is not the case.
which is what they want
Dun,
clarified.
dun, dun.
And I told you I would clarify it.
That's what I said. By the next meeting, I expect to see that.
I will call them and they will do that when they do that. I don't have any control over when the police department does things that they do.
They
So-
usually do it in a timely
Do
fashion.
you know who made the comment or not who made the comment?
I do.
But the
Well,
police
considering
report
it
says-
wasn't
the police
a
report
threat,
says you don't know who
it was
made the
a
Because
comment.
I had to see the video to see who turned to speak to
The
me.
video's got audio?
No, but you can see who turns and moves their mouth.
So it's
And we're
an
not denying
accusation.
that
Right.
in the whole investigation that's gone in, we know who said the comment.
You're not denying that
The
the comment
comment
was
was
made.
made. In all the investigation, the problem
And we
is-
should all be able to walk outside without being verbally abused.
Absolutely.
Same,
Right.
same. I mean, really.
So
You're accusing me of something that I shouldn't have
have
done.
whether, I know the night that I left, right? Actually, I wasn't here, but they all stood right out front. I did, 100% get it. And you're right, you should be threatened. No,
I'm not denying this
And I
happened.
didn't accuse you of making a threat.
But
You
you,
accuse me of being there when
But
it
at the end
happened.
of the day,
In the group.
yeah, if you read it, it states that you said they were there.
And we weren't.
And so,
You had walked out just before it happened. It's on the video.
Correct. That,
But
They still-
while
they still
you
weren't there.
were leaving the building,
They were
we
going
were
to
not
the car.
there.
So,
so what's
The
gonna happen
intention-
to,
the-
all the problems that goes on in Deerfield Township, in
Are
6
you?
months, what's this look like for me?
No.
And Kristen.
absolutely her.
that you were at the town hall and you walked out on a video.
But from the paragraph,
That's
that's,
not what this states.
And I said,
That's not what this states. That's why I asked to have
that
it
was
fixed.
not the intention. The intention was to say who was present on the video. I will clarify it.
Thank you.
They will correct it when
Thank
they
you.
correct it, because I
I
have no
I
control.
expect it by the next meeting.
Well, you can expect it all you want. I will do it before the next meeting, and they will do that whenever they do that, because I have no control over when the police department does anything. But I don't regret making the report. We should be able to walk outside without being threatened. I was giving the people who were on the video, and I'm sorry, sincerely, if that was misinterpreted. My-
It shows it in the report. That's why we're asking you for it to be fixed.
And I
Because all the
appreciate.
drama that goes around with Deerfield, I don't want to.
I appreciate what you're saying. I apologize for the
Thank
miscommunication,
you.
for the confusing,
Thank
the
you.
miscommunication. I will do that. They will update it, however they do that. I have no control over what they do. And the intention was to paint a picture of what happened on the video, who was coming and who was going, so they understood.
Okay,
So I will do that.
thank you.
You're welcome. Any other public commentary?
No.
All right, do we need to have a second meeting this month since we're doing interviews later
No,
this month?
we already have a date scheduled for the interviews.
Okay,
It's the 23rd. I already have a public announcement made. I'll show you guys and see if it's good enough. I'll print it out. As soon as you
I don't have
post
any
it.
reason to have a second meeting.
No. We just have to come back and do interviews, and that.
Okay. Ed, any reason to have another?
No, No, that's what I said, I have
Okay.
no reason to have a second meeting.
So that being said, I will make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
No, I have something
Sorry,
else I
no.
want to bring up.
Okay,
Under uncomfortable situations, since this has come up, I wasn't going to bring this up. You made a comment earlier, we're having a Township Association dinner here this Saturday.
Yes.
When did we decide that?
When Lori Kelsey called and needed a date and arrangements made.
Who
Lori
made,
Kelsey,
who made those
Texted me.
arrangements?
I did.
we've done it here every November for, well, we didn't last time, but
And
every
she
November.
said in the past, Tracy has done the catering for her business that she's affiliated with, but because she is an elected official, it would be a conflict of interest, and she would not be able to do the catering.
Who did you hire for the catering?
Kinsey
Or
Corners.
who hired a caterer?
Kinsey Corners.
Who hired him?
I did.
I thought just the last meeting, you guys took great offense to me hiring someone to conduct business on the township without the other board members done. You guys took great offense to me doing it, but yet you do this. Why is Kinsey's doing it? Did anybody even ask Circle Restaurant, right in our hometown? Did you ask him?
They don't.
Did you ask him?
No,
You
I
didn't even ask our local business in here 50
Everybody
years.
says they don't cater.
How much are they paying for the rental?
Who's that?
The Township Association.
I don't know how much Lori pays for it. What does she normally pay?
I don't know, I'm asking you. You said you made all the arrangements. I'm the president of the association, I didn't even know about the arrangements.
Well,
You
to be honest
you
with
guys
Ed,
made great offense to me doing something, but yet, right after that meeting, when you guys made the big stink about it, you guys go out and do the same thing. You hire a caterer, not even in our township, our building, you schedule it at the building, nobody knows it. Who made the menu?
At our PCTA meeting, when they do the, ask for volunteers, you were at the meeting when Deerfield volunteered to do that.
And I was. But who made the menu? Who agreed to all this stuff? Isn't that a board decision? Money is being spent by the township, and somebody made the decision, I didn't know about.
PCTA money,
PCTA pays for the check, not the township.
they write the check
Well,
directly.
is there a difference? The insurance company paid the guy I hired, it's not township money, but you guys took great offense to it. But now you guys turn right around after that meeting and just do whatever the heck you want to do. Is it just because,
I've never been included in any of that planning in years past.
you weren't included in making a schedule for the Township Association there? You and Laura didn't do that.
I'm talking about, you're saying in years past, I've never been invited to ask about that, it was just done. So I
But you
mean,
guys made a motion that nothing happens that involves township in any way, shape, or form without board approval, but immediately you guys go right out and schedule a whole big event here.
the PCTA is hosting the event, we're just
They do
giving
the
them.
RSVP, they write the check, Lori's gonna pay them.
But you were gonna pay him up front. You called today and wanted money to pay the caterer up
I
front.
wasn't sure how it worked.
So how are you
And then
gonna,
Lori contacted me and
how are you
said,
gonna
no,
spend
no, I do
township
all
money?
that.
She wouldn't, she would
Without
have had
your
to spend her
approval.
own money and gotten reimbursed from PCTA.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
No, I'm just making a point that, I mean, you guys just do whatever you wanna do, don't follow protocol, but yet I get something done in the township and I'm an idiot, so.
No one called you an idiot.
Yeah.
What do you mean by protocol?
I thought, you guys made the motion the last meeting to come before a board before any township money is spent.
We're not spending any township money,
Is the township writing a check for all of us to attend that dinner?
as they do, which we have a
Absolutely.
standard motion for
So the
that,
township is spending money then.
For 4 meals.
for every.
Doesn't matter, the
Correct.
township is still spending
And
money.
that's been approved long ago to do that moving forward. That's a long-standing motion that we've had.
Okay.
Yeah,
How much does
PCTA
it cost?
pays for it.
Hmm?
How much does a dinner cost?
It's like roughly
Used to be-
$600.
No, it used to be $15 a person. It's
Oh, you
20
mean
now.
per
Yeah.
person?
Yeah.
Like $15.
So everybody pays for their own, and then the township, many years ago, before I was a trustee, made a motion that if we attended the meetings, it was paid for.
No, you made that motion. Tracy and I attended those dinners for years and we paid for it out of our pocket. You're the one who made the motion that township pay us to go.
I don't recall that, I'd have to
I
go back
do.
and see, because I remember
I
that
did
being in
because you
motion.
and I had a
was the first one.
conversation about, I don't mind paying for
We did the
myself.
memberships, we talked about the memberships.
Yeah, we
not
talked about the
dinners.
dinners too.
We have to, but
So we're
that's,
using,
but
so
that's nothing new.
the
That's
point
been-
is, we're using township property, we're spending township money for an event that's going on here that wasn't a board decision. You two made it, or you made it, or you made it, somebody did. And I just want to know why.
There's no township money, it's PCTA money.
But the township is writing a check for us to attend that dinner.
And
So
we do
therefore,
every
therefore,
order for every.
you can't say there's no township money. I was criticized, there was not one penny came out of the township money for that electrical job, the insurance paid for it, but I was told you can't do that.
And regardless to when that motion was made, we have a motion that the township pays for the fiscal officer, the assistant fiscal officer, and the trustees to attend the dinners. Whether they're here or anywhere, which is, we don't vote every quarter that we do that, that's
Just-
already been put in place.
Just asking.
Okay. Well, any other commentary, any other comments today?
No,
Then I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting and pay bills.
I second it.
Yes.
Do you need a roll call?
Laura, yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany.
Yes.
You ready to sign? You want me to sign? I know, he's in the computer.
I know it was weird. Yeah. Yeah, that's how we had to do it.
Jason, back to see your
No, you should have.
You can let it do that.